Hello, hello. Today we're going to be playing Thronebreaker, and we're going to start this series. I'll be uploading this to YouTube later, so if you're watching this on Twitch, or you're watching this after, thank you for being here, and let's begin. We're going to do Battle Hard.
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, Queen of the Twin Realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I?
Welcome to the stream.
As the Queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Hail, Your Majesty! Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep
There's
breath.
choices too. Cool, cool.
All right. Speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies around the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
Uh-oh.
It's stolen, Your Grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be Your Grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Welcome to the Thronebreaker tutorial. Before embarking on your adventure, you should get acquainted with the basic game mechanics. You can control your character using left mouse, following the cobblestone road to reach the next stage of your journey. Alright, I already took a shortcut. Look at that. You'll expand your army throughout the game, but to do so, you must collect the following types of resources: gold, wood, and recruits. While on the road, you can find useful items and even new companions who will support you in battle. If you don't want to miss anything, be sure to thoroughly explore the map and complete side quests. Alright. This seems like if... Okay, I see. Aha! It seems like an old game I used to play for the Nintendo DS called Clash of Heroes, I believe.
Milka. They stretched her over a fire till she told him where she buried her gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
Treasure map. Search the area and you may just find the secret location marked on the map with the index. Cool. Is it right here? Is it right here? Looks like. Can I... Okay. How do I see the map? Not this way. Can you show me again?
Strays, they're called, Your Majesty. Because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed. The strays, they're called, Your Majesty.
Okay. Maybe there's an option for controls. There is not. Alright. Let's go back here first. Some wood. Some more wood. Okey-dokey. Alright, let's start this battle. Alright, let's see if oh, is this the treasure map? It is. Loot found. Nice. That's cool. We get rewards for regular going through here. Alright, let's keep going. Obstacle blocks your path. To remove it, you will need to spend some of your resources. I'm not sure what the most important ones are. I'm going to guess that soldiers are the most important, so let's not use them just yet. I don't think we can go down here, so we'll just keep going up. All right. Very, very cool so far. Most interactive objects are marked clearly on your map, but not all. Some events cannot be predicted, so you'd best be prepared for anything.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade.
Attack! Charge! Meve was convinced that the bandits would flee to the cover of the forest upon realizing their grave mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would dare attack the retinue of a queen. Yet the Straves of Spala were of a different breed. They held nothing sacred. Very well. Let us fight the Strays of Spala. Right, this is the battlefield. You'll play your cards on the bottom half, your opponent on the top. So just like regular Gwent. Units can be played on one of the two rows, melee or ranged, but remember, the abilities of some cards may be different depending on how the row you play them. Standard battle can last 3 rounds. The first to win 2 rounds wins the whole match. Alternate their turns. During your turn, you can play only 1 card, but you can use any number of abilities. The player who goes first in a match is the same who initiated the battle. In this case, you encountered an ambush, so your opponent will have the first turn. Very well. I'm assuming... Alright, the strength of each unit you play adds to your army's total strength. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of a round will win the round. Some units have armor. Armor absorbs a certain amount of damage dealt to the units.
The men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Most cards have an ability of some kind. To learn more about it, select the card and read its short description. Additional information can appear if you right-click on a card. Play any card. Play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. Damn. What does Loyal do? Loyal, trigger this ability automatically when your leader's ability is used. Okay. Alright, what is my leader's ability? Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor. 3 cooldown. Oh, we can just keep using it? Cooldown 3, very well. Damage an enemy by the number of cards in this row, including self. Alright, let's start by doing this.
Aye. Salt of the earth they are, your grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
Scythemen have the loyal ability. This means that their other abilities are activated every time you use Muve's ability. Each leader has its own unique ability. To learn what it is, just select the leader. Muve's ability allows her to boost a unit's strength and add armor to it. She can use this ability once every few turns. To use Muve's ability, first select her, then select one of your units.
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Cannot make any more moves. It's time to end your turn. Play any card. Well, I don't want to play any card. I want to pass. Can I not pass? I'm not playing the count. Oh, right. Sure. Hooah.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Your opponent's cards also have abilities. Be sure to read their descriptions carefully and adapt your strategy accordingly. Play any card. I don't want to play this guy. Alright.
Time I taught you some respect.
Oops, there was a prompt there that I missed.
Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the horns! May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
For ages. Oh, I missed another prompt. To end the last turn of a round, press the coin button. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of a round will win the round. In the event of a tie, both players will receive a victory point.
The battle's not yet done. It's better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive.
Beginning of the second and third rounds. Each player draws 3 cards.
Protect the queen!
The player who won the previous round will play first in the next round. Play any card. Aw, man, I don't want to play it. And your turn. Seems like this is just a tutorial battle, so... End it. Or play any card. Let's do this. Let's reach. Hold on, let's reach. Distance and rows you can target. Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. We can play this.
Give me a time.
Only 2? Damage an enemy by the number of cards in this row. Oh, so yeah, 2. What's this? Not make any more moves. It's time to end your turn. You've won 2 rounds in a row, which means you are the battle's victor. Congratulations.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The
Thank you,
bandits
thank
stood
you,
not
thank
a
you.
chance.
Alright. I need to double check something quick. To make sure. Good. It is good. Perfect. Okay. Continue.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Meve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Well. Oh. Let's see. Some more. That's very cool. The aftermath of the battle.
Ah, I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the Pearl of the North,
Wow.
with its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
Pitch camp by pressing the tent button on the left side of the screen. Alright. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. Enter the workshop. Here you can build and improve camp buildings. To improve your camp buildings, you must first collect the appropriate quantity of gold and wood. For your journey, you'll definitely need access to a regional map. But to get to it, you will first need to improve your royal tent. Upgrade the royal tents to level 2. We can do that. Thanks to this improvement, you now have access to the regional map, which you can open from the main game screen. The workshop itself can also be improved. With each subsequent improvement, you will gain access to new, stronger units. Go to the command tent to view your army. Very well. In the command tent, you can create units and build your army from available cards. Improving this building will increase your army's recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. The cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left-hand side. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen. You can gain access to new cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop, as well as through certain story-related tasks. Grayed out cards are available, but have not been yet created. You must first create them before you can include them in your deck. Your deck must include a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your army's recruit cap. Currently, your recruit cap sits at 125. To create new cards, you need a particular resource: recruits. You can gain recruits at conscription posts, which are marked on the map with the helmet icon, as well as through certain story-related tasks. You've received additional resources to recruit a Wagenburg card. Right-click on it. Right-click now on Wagenburg to preview and recruit it. Wagenburg. Very well. Where's Wagenburg? Right here. Recruit. Alright. You can now view and create new cards, or return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Can I create new cards, though? Which ones would I be able to create? Can't recruit this one, times 5. Where is the pipe? Oh. $15 provision points. Okay. Play the top blitz units of your deck. Give 1 charge to units with depleted orders. Play so that the play will work. Permanent resilience. Huh. Very well. Damage a unit by the number of cards in this row, including self. Okay. Okay, so I can't do this. Is there a way to see which ones I can still make? Doesn't look like it. Can't see. It says I can, but I still doesn't. Make another wagon work. Should I? 15 points. We'll just leave it for now. You can now take a look at your other camp buildings to familiarize yourself with their functions, or you can return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Alright, let's see. In the royal tent, you can view the letters and maps you've received so far, as well as keys and card fragments. The royal tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the knapsack icon. Alright. Your Highness, artisans from Grabador have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I've included an engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope. A Cintrian lion, inherited from King Coram the First. Bared fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delans of Temeria appears as if forged in the very depths of Mahakam. I've no doubt it shall prove the castle's latest masterpiece. We eagerly await your return, my lady. Gustave Perrault, Royal Steward. Dear Meve, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. What luck we did not put off meeting any longer. From what my men say, armies on the march are kicking up a veritable dust storm across the Yaruga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support. Best wishes, Demavend. Alright. We have maps. This is the map. Okay, cool. Now we can actually see the maps. And let's see. Noted increased Nilfgaardian activity in foothills of Amel Mountain and near Riedbrunn. Ambassador claims routine training exercises. Number of troops, quality of equipment indicate otherwise. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Yaruga. This is a report on the Strays of Spala, the bandits we just fought. Strays of Spala, bandit group formed after revolt in dungeons of Spala Castle, mainly pickpockets, racketeers, cut-purses, assassins, armed with slings, daggers, instruments of torture stolen from Spala, headsmen's axes, saws, hammers. Cleverer and bolder than common bandits, attack heavily armed convoys, noblemen's mansions, unable to determine identity of group's leader. Alright. Very well. This deck, I'm gonna leave that. What's this? Oh, this is the workshop, I believe. Yeah. So we could do this. Share stories with comrade. We can't upgrade that yet. Use scouts to mark the location of treasure and resources on your regional map. Seems good. Training grounds. Gain between a bunch of gold, between battles. Provides access to the training grounds and enables you to recruit new combat units in the combat tent. Gain 1 recruit after every battle won. Enables you to create new support units in the command tent. Restrain. What is that? Can I see what that is? I can't see what that is. Can I see what this is? Restrain? I don't know what restrain is. Increase the movement. Alright. I think I will start off with the Watchtower, just because I want to make sure we don't miss anything good. Can I upgrade anything else? I don't think so. No, that's fine. Mess tent. You can talk with your companions in the mess tent, give them a little bit of your time, and you may just learn a secret or two.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Well, yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. Nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave, save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Villain might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother, though I see little chance of that either. It's time I attended to other matters.
Interesting. Grey Rider. Is that what the Grey Rider is? Just a statistics menu?
Worked in a mess once that served no meat, not even sausage. Weren't long before the men rioted.
Very well. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it from here. Let's keep going. Remember, you can open your map by clicking on the compass rose icon on the left side of the screen. Very well. Alright, I will click that. Your primary task is marked with an exclamation point. To see what awaits you next, scroll through the map. Oh. Alrighty then.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. They told me.
Alright, he's not happy. Fair enough. We're working on that. We are working on that. Your army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1, and high morale increases it by 1 point. The army's current level of morale is displayed by an icon on the upper left corner of the screen. Changes in morale depend on your choices throughout the game. To increase it, make an offering at a wayside shrine. But remember, after victorious battles, morale returns to neutral, so you must always keep an eye on it. Very well. Just to... Alright. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Today we're doing something a little different.
Gods have mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood's scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it. Attack!
Mevis. Straight to the point. Who were these travelers whose bodies now litter the roadside? They had the look of pilgrims who found misfortune after crossing paths with the strays of Spala. The bandits had slit their throats, leaving the bodies to rot under the sun. They'd likely have known the stench would attract the attention flesh-hungry scavengers, thus exposing the next passers-by to a horrific death. Clearly, this realization hadn't bothered them in the slightest. Alright, let's do this. A trophy is a unique type of card, and you can have only one in your deck at a time. The trophy will automatically appear on the battlefield at the beginning of the match.
Fog in broad daylight.
Okay.
With the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
One of your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects you will encounter. Row effects affect all cards on a given row and can either have positive or negative consequences. Later on, you will also gain access to cards that allow you to add similar row effects.
Raynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, your grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
Let us do this.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Try to bait the
These
ability.
carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Use Fortitude Tonic to boost the strength of one of your units. Alright.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Right.
Give me a time.
Ah, so fortunate we routed the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
Trophy will stay on the battlefield between rounds because it has the resilience ability. Actually, let's do this first.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Your grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Arbalist is your command.
Curses. Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses.
Just like me, each enemy leader has a unique ability. Using its ability, the enemy leader destroyed your strongest unit and threw it to its necrophages as feed, which has made them much stronger.
My queen, There is no shame in seeding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Alright. If a round isn't going your way, it might be best to pass your turn and save your strength for the next round. But remember, you can pass only at the beginning of your turn, before you have played any cards or used any abilities. Pass now to keep your cards for the next round. Very well. You shall do that. Remember, losing just one round does not mean defeat. To win the battle, you must gain 2 victory points.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready.
Arms at the ready.
Look there. Yet another abomination.
Oh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
Successfully command your army, you should understand the synergies that exist between your cards. To get things started, play Wagenburg on the melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played on the same row after it. You bet. Cards that have the order ability can be activated manually at any time you choose during your turn, but only after enough time has passed since placing it on the battlefield. The icon at the bottom of the card will indicate when the ability is available to use. During your turn, you can activate any number of cards that have the order ability. Most can only be used once, but the order ability of some cards can be activated multiple times in a battle. Can I use mine? No. Okay. We're still in a tutorial battle, so... Play an Arbalest on the melee row in order to take advantage of the Wagenburg's ability, which adds 1 armor points to the unit.
Armor won't say.
Used Wagenburg's ability. Reynard's ability allows you to reactivate units whose order ability has already been used. As a result, you can use Wagenburg's ability once again. Play Reynard on the melee row.
We must trust each other.
Wagenburg can now be used again. Use its ability. Can't. Now I can. Now I can. Should have used that before, because then I would have gotten another armor. That's okay. Your opponent has run out of cards and you have a sizable advantage. Your victory is assured, so you can either pass your turn or play out your glorious triumph to the very end. We'll just pass.
The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Right. Some wood out of dead people. My beloved, please write as soon as you reach the temple. I know only 2 weeks have passed, but my heart weighs heavy with thoughts of you. Our home feels empty without you. I hope our offering, though modest, will please the Mother Goddess. With her blessing, we shall have a child at long last. I have no doubt you'll make as loving a father as husband. Please be vigilant and return to me soon. Forever yours, Frilk. Bummer.
Many trees we felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires. They call
That's
themselves
good.
strays. Well, we'll treat them like strays. We build a bridge, brick by brick, a 1, a 2, the pillar grows thick. To there ain't no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets, we would.
That's right. I like that guy. Some resources. Some more resources. I wonder if we can get to the point where we have to manage how many units we have and whatnot. Let's see. Let us see. So, I think not this one. A good upgrade is going to be not this one. Where was that? This one. Right? Number of trinkets Meave can equip by 3. Right now we have how many trinkets? Trophies. Not as good as I thought it was going to be, so. Discovering signposts unlocks the ability to fast travel, allowing you to move between them at any time from your regional map. Perfect. Very well. Oh, Meave. A little confused. We are in Hawksburn.
The masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare. Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits. Please. Scared to step out into me own fields, I am. To raise an hand against the Queen. These hounds hold nothing sacred. Thank you for listening to this tired bag of bones. Folk haven't lent an ear to old Poppy in a long while. Please take this for the road. Milady,
Nice.
the masks they wear. Have you seen them?
He's off to listen to people. Who would have thought?
Horns, like a right proper nightmare.
That means I can't do that very well. Some recruits. All right.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They haven't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meave of Lyria and Rivia.
Have mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are subjects, not slaves.
Meave extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, no how.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits, whom do they follow?
Him, milady. We seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him.
My, a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name? A Gleeton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady! Arbor no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
Leave them be. The harvest draws close. Hard work. They'll have their hands full.
Oh, my lady, thanks be to you, thanks be. I pray Mother Melita watch over your kind heart.
Pray she watches over yours. Should I hear of you sheltering bandits again, of you lying to my officers, I shall return and put torch to every hut, field and orchard. Understood?
Meave set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount
Well,
knocking
I
the
did
peasants
not
aside
understand
as it
that
kicked
part.
up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
Ooh, there's a treasure chest up there. How do I get there? Have to go all the way around, it looks like. Very well. Notice boards are a great source of information about what's happening in the area. Clicking on them will cause markers to appear on your regional map, showing you where to find places of interest. Okay, okie dokie. Got it. Here. Puzzle. Alright.
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, Your Grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard.
Hello, Quint. Yes, I am enjoying it so far. It is very fun. And you were not kidding the other day when you said that you get a lot of rewards for playing it. My queen, the Stray of Spala, was found inside the dwelling. He was wounded during the siege on Hawksburn, then abandoned by his comrades. The location of their spoils he's offered to share, that is, should we spare his life. Yes. Yes, I have also noticed that, Quint. I have to change something here real quick. There we go. Alright. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube later on as well, so it should be interesting. Your Grace, 2 of your subjects humbly request aid. Yarplek and Wilmer, they call themselves. Seems the wagon's axle snapped and they need to hurry to the market. What are your orders? Great. Let's do this. Got ourselves a puzzle here.
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
Ooh. Destroy all the boulders. In a flash, Reynard leapt for Eve, wresting the queen from her saddle. Had he arrived a moment later, Eve would have met her fate under a massive boulder. Alas, she was not yet free from danger. The entire escarpment had begun to collapse onto the road, along with the temple wall that stood atop it. The screams of crushed and dying soldiers cast a somber shadow upon the queen. Yet she needed to collect her wits and act quickly to establish control over her unit. Ooh, I did not already know that. This battle will only last 1 round. Some battles are subject to special rule sets where strength alone is not enough to win. To be victorious, you must complete specific goals. On the exploration map, such battles are marked with a puzzle icon. In this particular puzzle battle, your goal is to destroy all the boulders before they reach Meave's Row.
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon, we can use it as cover. Forward, we must move it forward.
What now?
End my turn.
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
One gold.
Ha-ha!
Give me a time.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
There you go.
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
What is the Witch Stories? Is that the new one, the Rogue Mage one?
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttresses doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. It's very similar to an old game that I've played on the Nintendo DS called Clash of Heroes, I believe.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
Replied the cartman.
'twere a beast. Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out a grave. We's taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the queen. Though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, your grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
Hey, tutorial over. Nice. Very well. So, first things first is let's check this. We need this. Yet. This would be good. I think for now, camp structure, not that. Okay. Need to upgrade, and that is here. Nope. This one. Nope. What am I doing? This one? Training rounds one. Ah. I see. I need this one first. Very well. As of right now, I am playing on good old games. GOG.
and pay homage to the gods. You shall be rewarded. Melitele watches over us all, yet you do well to remind her through supplication. There is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all around. Pleased to see ye yearn for the holy word, milady. I'll keep ye in my prayers to the Mother Goddess.
Battle of interest. Alright, that's locked. The key I got was for
Travelling
GOG,
the high
so
road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meve turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me.
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses, gathered in the yard, were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monstrances, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meve's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple. The perfect place to hide, or to lie in ambush.
It's all come clear now. Sabotage. 'Twas the bandits who weakened...
Wheel ruts. The strays, no doubt. They must be nearby.
that's a dragon. See if we can find these bandits if it's this point.
The bandits had pitched camp in a nearby wood. Spirits buoyed by the wine they'd stolen from the cloister cellar, the brigands had not posted sentries.
Another round! To the sisters!
Meve's soldiers were eager, insistent. The desecrators would be punished. Yet only the Queen could order the assault.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
High time we put these strays on a leash.
Spat the Queen.
Thank you for being here and watching with me.
To arms! Follow me!
Tankards clattered to the ground as the strays reached for their weapons. The brigands would not even fathom giving up without a fight.
Let's see what we can do of these bandits. Had the brigands chosen to hide in the dense forests to station a guard, this battle might never have come to pass, and they might have slipped away with their prize. Alas, they were drunk on victory and confidence, or perhaps the gods, thirsty for vengeance on the blasphemers, had dulled their vigilance. We shall see. Okay, at the beginning of a round, you can redraw up to 6 cards. Get rid of the cards from your hand that you don't wish to play. Very well. Gold guide for the golden chest so you don't miss anything good. Okay, well. For now, I think we will just... see what we can do and go from there. If you know of any golden chests close to where I am, you are free to be free to just say something. We will start with the Wagenberg.
Favorite cut of lamb? The shank.
Plunder-filled wagon.
Can't take it anymore.
Looking to dance, mate? Keep calm, Tiberius.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
See if he's hid any coin in his pockets. Or his own. Regroup!
Give me a time.
You might have got away had you not been hauling so damn much.
8.
Arbalist at your command.
Gotta get our asses moving.
Armor wars.
How am I supposed to kill those now? Oh, this one. Okay. Let's get this one armor.
The mist's gonna pass me those lovely earrings. Or do I tear them off myself?
It's to all units with depleted charge. That's good. Let's move this to the back. Play Reynard.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Let's get used to this one.
No time for that.
Again and again and again.
Alright, let's see if we can do this.
Better listen to me, old lady.
Quicker they are, easier they are to
So
touch.
far, only one wagon has escaped, so we should be good.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
I'll probably move to this one. Alright, let's see if we got it.
Think about slings. They are
We did. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
The Queen's company defeated the bandits and recovered the loot. Silver chalices, reliquaries lined with mother of pearl.
Thank you.
Gold-embroidered robes.
The priestesses would be grateful to have their treasures returned, Your Grace. They would pray ardently for your victory.
Reynard opined.
Yet, you could also keep the silver, expend it on the war effort. And who's to say which, prayer or coin, would be more useful?
Hard times the realm now endures.
The Queen said, after a pause.
Yet this can't justify a lapse in principles. No. We must defend them all the more.
Meve ordered everything returned to the priestesses. All of it, down to the last gulden. Moved by the Queen's gesture, some of the novitiates joined Meve's ranks, aiming to bring succor to any Lyrian wounded in battle. Queen and company rode off, with no gold to show for their toil, but most certainly richer in spirit.
Another field medic. Very well.
Sure, you can bind a rabid dog, tie his four legs together, but you'll not stop him from lashing out and biting. You've bested us, aye, but you'll not find the Duke of Dogs near as easy prey. Oh no!
Let's go see if we can mess around with that dragon. Fast travel point. Nice. Handy. Handy, handy. Oh, there's probably going to be some more necrophages. Let's use this first. Alright. We get here. It says next out, deploy a random or play a random ally from your graveyard. So that for now. Oops, wrong button. Let's try that again. This one. Could do that. Could also do this. Just do this. Do not have enough gold. That is okay. Streets Palace slaughtered the entire village. Witnesses claim folk had refused the brigands' aid. Complete the coin to give these poor souls proper burial. No time. You don't have time for that right now. I wonder if leaving them like that will bring out some necrophages later. It'd be interesting if it did, but it probably won't. These are probably one-time events. Alright, let's see what we got here. Is it not curious how priestesses so earnestly implore others to put their faith in the goddess's protection, yet surround themselves with walls? 9 feet tall, nearly 3 thick, made of solid stone. A better guarantee of safety than even the most fervent of prayers, no doubt. Given the area in which they chose to erect their temple, this was probably for the best. Let's see what we can do. Alright, we don't want priestesses. Keep. How many of those do we actually have? After 4 turns, on turn start, consume the lowest units. Okay, we're gonna start with that. Give it some armor. Okay, we will now
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
do that. Hello, welcome to the stream. And we will now play the count.
Who dares?
Give me a time.
That is 9 points.
Ballista, your command.
I didn't even notice that the AI had passed. Let's play this here.
Again and again and again.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
We will play this.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Does loyal trigger every time I use my leader ability?
I'm a one. Aye.
Let's see. Oh. Oh, I have to play a card.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Ah, should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Do not think we have a way.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
My spirit's willing and how
So we can mulligan 6 cards at the beginning, but we can't mulligan in between rounds. I see. Just pass. See if they have enough. Still not enough. Here we go. Alright, some more coin. Fortune smiles upon us. Those priestesses bought my story, blubbering and all. They accepted me as a pupil, but getting me hands on the cellar key was the tricky part. Still, I've gotten it now too. They've riches stacked to the ceiling. Gods be praised indeed. Wait for me tomorrow night at the foot of the embankment at the south wall. I'll carry what I can manage. P.S. Keep an eye out. Probably just a wives' tale, but I got word some sort of nastiness has taken root in the wood. Assuming that door, or that key, opens this door. It does. Alright, we're going to go back this way. First, we're gonna check the tent. For we should be able to craft some stuff. We have to go over here first. Over here. Where are... Yes. This is a good card. Right. Don't want the pipe there. Those are better. Let's keep going. Only problem was row space. I will keep that in mind in case we find something excessive like that. Okay. Not sure what that means, but... Oh, we also had maps. This one. Alright. By a waterfall. Do we see a waterfall? Over there. That's where we're going anyway. I'm assuming I'm always going to be playing with Meave. Time heals all wounds, they say, that memories fade, that the nightmares would end and my pain would cease. Yet 8 years have passed since I left the world behind. Naught but prayer, confession, and reflection. I wonder still how my life might have been different had I refused that last mug of ale, had I noticed a child, had I pulled back on the reins more quickly. I prayed for forgiveness once, now I pray only for an end. May it come swiftly. Oh boy. It's Gascon. Some wood, some coin. Well, craft some more cards. Oh, we can craft these. These would be good if we manage to replace them with something else. These are only 3 provisions. These are so big. So if I do, that's 8. Let's see, 8. Get 4 of these. That way it's a... Oh, we need more cards. No! That's the problem. Maybe the Wagenberg is too much. Because now we have a bunch of these. This way we can have more. It's closer. Deck building in this game is weird. Yeah, I see. I'm starting to see that. I'm actually gonna do what I had originally done, so I'm gonna keep all these copies. Keep this one. Keep 2 of those there, like that. I'm going to try, because we might not need thinning. Let's have a few more battles in our belt and see what we can do. Oh, here's the treasure. Strays of Stala. Hey! And it's a premium one, too.
Your Majesty, turn back! There. disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs. The dead, as they rest, are disturbed.
Okay.
Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
Let's go this way for now. Oh, it's a puzzle. Let's do it. The sacred cemetery had once been an oasis of peace, a place of prayer, reflection, and meditation. Alas, necrophages now scuttle among exhumed graves, and human bones litter its grounds. The priestesses believed the beast's sudden appearance heralds some impending woe. Yet in what form? What fate awaited Lyria and its people? Right. Weaken each enemy to 1 power. Very well. To 1 power, eh? So let's count. It's gonna be 3, 4. I need to do 21 points of damage. And I have 5 shots. Four. 5 is 9, plus 6 is 15. No, so it's gonna be what? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No, it's gonna be more than that. Hopefully this will be 1. Because that'll be 4 and 5. Forgot what to do here. I have to reduce each one of these guys' power to 1. Alright, let's just start and give it a shot. In the turn. So, if I do this here, if I move here, let's try this. I can move this guy. That's 3. That's 4. Perfect. If I play this here. Oh, I can move this here. And I'll have 3 and 4 again. Let's just try. Move this here.
Keep calm, Tiberius.
I have 3. I have 4. I can pick this up, play it, which will put me at 6. There it is. Pick this up, pass it, play it again. Now I'm at 6, and this is gonna deal 7 damage, and we got it. Boom, baby. leave that one for now. That was pretty good. My lady, a monster has defiled one of the tombs, laid waste to the sacred graves. Bones litter the floor, and treasures enough to fill our coffers. A war is on, your grace. Surely the dead have no need for it, right? It's not the first time we've ignored the dead. We'll leave them for now.
Your Majesty, you return! Our prayers have been answered! May the Mother Goddess watch over you. Your Majesty, you return!
There
Our
you go.
prayers have been answered!
That wasn't even that bad. Let's go back here. Going pretty good, I'd say so far.
Melitele will not forget your sacrifice, nor will her faithful servants. Melitele will not forget your sacrifice, nor will her faithful...
Let's see if we can interact with that lady spraying over here. So we haven't checked this area out just yet.
Thank you, Your Majesty, on our own behalf and on that of our pilgrims.
Ooh. Your Majesty, the priestesses of Melitele implore you to leave an offering. The Mother Goddess smiles upon those who bow before her altar, they say, and leave a gift of gold at her feet. This is a card. Cool. Is that the golden stuff you were talking about before, Quent?
On our own behalf and on that of our pilgrims. Thank you, Your Majesty, on our own behalf and...
We have to exhaust all of our options. Done this part. Done this. Okay, so now we will go over here, and that will probably be it for today. Golden chests. Okay. I don't think we've passed by any yet, have we? Here. So yeah. It's okay, we're gonna go over there, but first let's just check this place out. Alright, nothing over here. Rooster over there. Cool. Alright. Meave stood on the banks of Badger Run, a modest river with a strong current and dark reputation. Fishing boats overturned, clothes ripped from the hands of washerwives, children playing on the bank swept away in a flash. The locals have long suspected that something malicious resides underneath those raging waters. Don't let any allies die. Eliminate all drowners. Hint, it takes just 1 damage to turn an even into an odd. Good to remember that. Okay.
One gold's all I need.
Okay, so it's not that way. Cannot let any allies die.
Our ballista, your command.
Yeah, there it is. This. Now the horses.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
There you go. A little tricky. Son, damn collector stopped by Hawksburn again. And once again, we survive by the skin of our teeth so our beloved queen can import yet another Zerrikanian rug. Devil's taker, I say. Gather anything of worth in the cottage and wrap it greased sheepskin. Take it to the field and among the sheaves bury it. These cursed collectors will just have to make do with what pittance we give them. Ooh. Another treasure. Good. Good. Alright. That's going to be it for today. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by again, Gwent. We'll talk later.